Wake up at 2 or maybe 3 dubs every day is the life for me. Could get a job cause I need the cash, but nah, I think I'd rather sit on my ass. I get off on pushing my luck and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come, but until that day give me a bottle of rum. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trailer Park Live here on the 2nd Street Marvel. I hope you're all having a very good night tonight. So I am a few minutes late. Sorry, just kind of a busy night. Got a lot of things going on. It's been a very busy day. But I actually just got out of the movie theater from seeing Shazam with my kids, and it was a good movie. I'm not sure if you guys seen my spoiler-free review I did a few weeks ago. I actually did get to see the movie a couple of weeks early. There was I don't know, it was like something for Fandango or whatever, and they had an event, you know, they had a sneak preview a couple weeks early, so I did get to see it a couple weeks early. It was a very good movie. So, needless to say, if you haven't seen Shazam yet, or you haven't planned to, you definitely should. You definitely should get out and go see this movie. Very good movie, great family movie. Now, as far as kids, like, my oldest daughter is 9 years old, 7, and my youngest is 4. And, you know, it was kind of like I figured when I went and seen it a couple weeks ago. I went and seen it by myself a couple weeks ago. And partially to see, you know, how they would like it and everything. Because, you know, I had heard a couple of other things about it. And I was like, okay, I think they'll like it. But I think that the seven sins might kind of scare them a little bit. And it did. Anyway, before I get too far into anything, I just want to let you all know, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all so much. Again, I appreciate you all being here. If you have anything to say, anything you'd like to say, make sure you leave a comment down in the comments section. I am going to be doing a giveaway later. I usually do those. You have to leave that comment in the video here on this video. So, like I said, I will be doing a giveaway for a copy of Warner Brothers Aquaman as soon as we hit 200 subscribers here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, click the little bell so you get notifications anytime we have uploaded new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure you share it with a friend so we hit 200 subscribers even faster. Now, and like I said, make sure you leave a comment down below. If you're here in the chat, on the live stream, you know, every time there's a bunch of you in here, even if it's just a couple of you, people interacting, it's always a good time. It's always fun seeing the things that you all have to say, reading them back. Sometimes I get a couple of friends in here that are just laughing and being funny, and it's always a good time. Tracy, Woody, how are you doing this evening? I hope you're doing very good. Thank you for showing up for the Trailer Park Live once again. Okay, now, as I said, in case you guys didn't already notice, the past couple of weeks I have kind of started changing things up a little bit because, well, just like I started doing my comic book pull list on Wednesdays. So I kind of switched it up. I'm going to start doing my comic book pull list on Wednesdays instead of here on the show on Fridays. And I am going to, on Fridays, I'm going to go and talk a little bit more about the issues that I had picked up and that I have been reading. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. And I'm sorry, you know, normally I do this part of my show with my nice camera and everything. Everything looks a lot nicer and all that stuff. It's been, like I said, it's been very crazy. If you guys didn't catch my show on Wednesday, my comic book pull list, you should go back and watch that because I did my comic book pull list. Sorry, my nose is itching. Somebody must be thinking about me or something. Isn't that what they say? Or is that your ears? I don't know. Maybe it's your butt. I don't know. If your butt's itching, scratch it. But anyway, normally I just didn't have my camera charged, so, you know, the battery's dead, so I didn't get a chance to charge it so I could produce a nice looking video here at the very beginning for you all. So, anyway, getting into the comic books. Okay, one of the ones I was talking about on my War Rooms, and by the way, you should go check out that comic book pull list because I did it live. Something I had, like, it's been like the craziest week. I did it live, and I went into my comic book pull list, and then I went in and spoke a little bit more about some other things, you know, just kind of personal things that have been going on in my life, and you know, things that I think pertain to this channel and the content that we cover here, as far as like superheroes, music, and things like that. I covered some things in there. I mean, I think a lot of people should hear these days, especially people from the younger generation. Because that's something, you know, I've got kids of my own, and you know, like I'm obviously a child, and you know, there's an important thing. You know, we have a big responsibility when you've got kids. Even if you're not a parent, you do have responsibility. I mean, sure, you've got nieces, nephews, things like that, or cousins, just things like that. You know, I mean, we got to do what we can for the kids these days. You know, teach them and get them ready for life. You know, because one of these days, life is going to come swinging at them, and you got to be prepared for it. You can't always rely on others, and you know, you got to know what's going on. And that's what it has to do with, like I said, all these comic books and everything. Getting into some of the comic books that I picked up this week. I'm going to briefly talk about War of the Realms issue #1. This just released this week. It's a big event. It's got several different. Here, I got that out of the plastic so you can see it a little bit better. But this is going to be like a pretty big story. You can see, there's going to be a whole bunch of tie-in issues to it. You can see right here. I haven't got all the way through this book yet. I only got part of it read. Like I said, it's been a very busy week. But you can see all these issues coming out, and these are just the ones in April. I showed you guys a few weeks ago all the issues that were getting ready to come out for this, and there's like a whole bunch of issues that are getting ready to tie into this War of the Realms. It's going to be a big event. I think I am just going to get just the main War of the Realms events, and then I will probably go back later and buy some of the trades, which, if you don't know what the trades are like thicker books. Here's what a trade is. A trade is like this. It's a thicker book. You can see it's got like a spine and everything. It's a thicker book. It's this one of these trades has like 5 comic books in it, and a lot of times you can buy these trades for like $15, $20, depending on how big of an issue they are. And you know, that's compared to the single issues, which most of them range from $3.99 to $5.99, depending on the size and the thickness. Like this one right here, this issue #1 of War of the Realms. I believe this one was like $5.99. $5.99. So it was like $6. But it's a thick book, and like I said, it's the kickoff of this big event. So it costs a little more, you know, and they got a bunch of different covers. You should stop in and check these out at your local comic shop. My local comic shop here is Basis Cards and Comics. You should go check them out on Instagram and follow them, maybe even on Facebook. I would appreciate it. You don't have to tell them I sent you anything. It's not about that. I mean, go follow them. And if you have a local comic shop near you, let me know down in the comments. What is your local comic shop, and do they have an Instagram and a Facebook? I would like to follow them and see what they have to offer as well. See some of their posts. I actually got back into reading comics because of some posts that I seen on Instagram that were done here by our local comic shop, and that's kind of what drew me in. So I went in, picked up Spider-Man, and the rest is history. So War of the Realms, I haven't got all the way through it yet. Like I said, it's been a busy week, but it was a very good issue so far. It's been very good. I hope the rest of the series is like that. Like I said, I'm not buying all the tie-in issues because sometimes I found with some of the events getting a lot of the tie-in issues, it just kind of depends on the event. Some of them are just a little bit much, some fluff that you may not necessarily need to completely get the story. Now, the next issue that I picked up and I want to talk about was Major X. This is issue #1, okay? This is a new character, new thing going on. This story was actually pretty good. I wasn't sure how much I was gonna like this. Like I said, it's a new character I never heard of before. Very good story. Obviously has to do with X-Men in a way. It's about this character Major X comes back in time because there are things going on in the time that he is from, and he's come back in time to change it. You know, obviously trying to rectify things in the past to make the present a little bit better, or their present better. And you know, of course, that seems to be like possibly the theme of what we're going to be getting in Avengers Endgame. So, you know, it's kind of interesting to read stories like that, especially, you know, you're reading these kinds of stories when a movie like this is getting ready to come out. And you know, a lot of people always like to draw correlation between True Believers issues that are coming out and everything. Like I said, if you caught my comic book full list this week, there was like True Believers issues. There was like Thanos versus the Marvel Universe, and I haven't read that one, but I would assume there's probably clues in it. Or there was even like the Avengers. I think it's probably like Nebula's first appearance or something. So you know, interesting stuff. Is it gonna tie into the movie or have anything to relate? It's hard to say. But I actually got a video I've been talking to you guys about probably since last week. Like I said, it's been a crazy week. I haven't really got a chance to actually shoot any videos. So I've still got to come up with my video. For the Avengers Endgame trailers and things like that. Okay, so moving on. The next issue, this is one that I got to, I believe this one was 2 weeks ago. It came out. It's Superior Spider-Man issue number 4. Okay, now, I wanted to talk about this one first because this kind of pertains to the next issue. I mean, they're not tied together or anything, but it pertains to that in the kind of week it's been in comics, or with these few issues that I was reading. Superior Spider-Man, he's there in San Francisco, and in case you don't know, Superior Spider-Man is Doc Ock, or his other alias, because he's not known as Doc Ock right now. He's not Otto Octavius. He really is, but he's in a clone body, and it gets confusing. But anyway, his name now is Elliot Tolliver. That's what he goes by. So he's got a relationship going on. He's a different kind of Spider-Man. He's a superior Spider-Man, and he's superior intellect. He's very on it. He's very sharp. I like this iteration of Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man. He's excellent. Now, this particular issue, he has been protecting San Francisco from outside threats, and in the last issue, I believe it was last year's issue, who was it? Darkseid came and attacked. Ooh. And you might get that reference if you read the comic book. But the Tamer. I can't remember his name. It's not Talos the Tamer. It's Terrax. Terrax the Tamer came and attacked San Francisco, and Superior Spider-Man went in and he saved the day, and he's got a love interest that it's his love interest that I don't know that she's necessarily in love with him until after reading this issue, okay, and this lady that is in his life, what is her name, Anna Maria, man, she's a little firecracker, man. She's a really excellent character. It's really nice. She helps keep him in check. You can see her right here in one of these panels. Right, where's that? Right there. You go. You can see her there in some of the panels. That's Otto on the hospital bed, and that's her approaching. You know, you can see her with her arms out. You can already tell she's getting ready to say something. They're building a good story over here. I believe, who is this written by? Christos Gage? Christos Gage is writing the series, and it's been really good. I've liked some of his comics in the past. He's crafting a really good story here. Like I said, I've liked what he's done with Superior Spider-Man. I'm not sure what he's done with him before, but I've liked the world he's building. And in this issue, he actually goes off, and he's actually being a real hero. He goes in to save the day. He's injured. Anna Maria forces him to go out there and help the people that are in the place that he just saved. And he tells her, like, hey, I've got these spider bots out there. They've got stuff handled. Don't worry about it. And she's like, she straight throws him his suit and is like, no, get the hell out of here. Go out there and help the people that you just saved. And he goes out and he's helping save these people, and he's had a long day, and he's getting ready to come home. He's got the night shift working for him too. I'm not sure if you are aware of who the night shift are, but there's a pretty funny scene in there that he has with them. Serious but funny. I mean, it's funny, but like it's really a serious thing, but done in a funny way, I guess you could say. And it was really good because a lot of the tension that was kind of building the drama in this book. It really kind of needed that because as he's out saving people, comes upon a situation where there's a child who lost a parent in this attack, and it was really heart touching. It really was. And he had a conversation with the child, and of course, but it was very good, excellent scene to happen in the book. It was very heartwarming. Seeing this guy, Superior Spider-Man, and his cockiness and his attitude, the way that he is towards everything. It was nice seeing him humbled and seeing him actually really stepping up to the place, stepping into the role of actually being a superhero. And he was forced into it, you know. Like I said, Anna Maria, you know, she's on him, and he really likes Anna Maria. And he explains in this book the kind of woman that he likes. And Anna Maria is that woman. And in case you don't know who she is, she's actually somebody from his past anyway. And I'm not necessarily sure that he followed her, but I'm pretty sure he followed her. And very good story. That's all I can really say. It was just a very good story. The kind of story, it was almost a tearjerker. It really was. I mean, like, I was reading it, I'm like, man, they're getting deep here. They're getting very deep. These comic books, man, it's crazy. Okay, and that brings me to the next issue that I want to talk about, Superior Spider-Man. Check it out, man, I'm telling you. Superior Spider-Man, issue number 4. Go check it out. I'm sure issue number 5 will be here soon, so, you know, there'll probably be a trade coming out soon enough, and you can always check those out on Marvel.com. If you don't want to buy the physical copies, you can check it out digitally. I personally like seeing the art in the books, like in the actual print. I mean, a lot of people say these days the comics aren't going to be worth as much as like the ones in the past and everything, and I get that. And also it's because a lot of those books are classics. We don't have any classics yet. I think there's some coming out, man. I think there are some coming out. The Superior Spider-Man has been great. Another book that I wanted to talk about more in depth about that I got on Wednesday was this one right here. Amazing Spider-Man, The Hunted, Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 18.hu. Okay, now the .hu are tie-ins to the Hunted series that you don't necessarily have to read them, but they're talking about the other animal totems who are being hunted along with Spider-Man. I'm major spoilers here for what's going on in the Hunted. All these bad guys, all these animal totems are being hunted by all these people who are paying to play this game, basically. So they're being hunted, and these .hu issues are they're talking about some of the villains. Got that in there. There we go. We're talking about some of the villains and just some of the other people in here with this one. In this particular issue, in case you don't know, I didn't know who this character was before I read this book, but his name is Gibbon. And this story is the story of Gibbon. And this book is really it's tragic, man. It's sad. It's a really sad book, man. It literally almost brought me to tears reading this book. But it was such a page turner. What was going on in the book was so well written. They wrote this character of Gibbon in this particular issue so great. I'm telling you, Nick Spencer has been doing a phenomenal job on The Amazing Spider-Man. He's brought Peter Parker back into his classic form. He's back to Peter Parker. He's not the Tony Stark prodigy that he was, just before the events of Secret Empire. Okay, let's put it to you that way. If you haven't read Secret Empire, you may not like it. If you have, a lot of people, it seems to be not liked by a lot of people. But okay, now like I said, Nick Spencer was the writer on this. Ken Lashley was the artist, and Eric Arsenic. I'm gonna butcher his name. The color artist. You can see right there. This book. The book is really good. It talks about this character Gibbon and just kind of how he came up when joined the circus, and he was the monkey boy, and now he's being hunted. And like I said, it was a really sad story. Like I said, it was a page turner, but it was a sad story seeing just what happens in this issue. This is definitely one of the .hu issues of The Amazing Spider-Man that you definitely should go out and buy and read. They went deep on this one. They really went deep on it. Sad story, man. Sad story. And like I said, just thinking about it, it's just like the Superior Spider-Man that I was just talking about. Great writing. It really hits close to home. This Amazing Spider, this .hu series about Gibbon, it kind of reminded me of I'm not sure if you guys got to see the trailer for Todd Phillips' The Joker movie getting ready to come out later this year. It kind of reminded me of that. It was like a tragic story, a story about some tragedy that happened to somebody. I mean, like, it was almost exactly like that. Like, seeing the trailer and reading this book, like, I was thinking about that trailer when I was reading this book, kind of. I was like, man, this is like, a lot of people, this person's going through a lot, and basically became a bad guy, they're being picked on, and then they went and, they were being picked on a lot, and then they thought they had found a friend, and they went to confront and try to make friends with this friend, but then everything just kind of went wrong. You know, like, you remember the movie Tommy Boy? Remember Tommy Boy when, Chris Farley starts talking, he's to the waitress, and he's with his little bunny, he's talking about his little pet, and he pets him, he loves him, and all that, just that whole funny story. It was just like that, like, it was like a funny story, but it was just tragic. The ending is tragic. Man, I don't know. I can't speak enough about this issue without ruining the issue for you if you decide to go buy it. But I'm telling you, this issue, this Amazing Spider-Man .18.hu, you gotta check out this issue. You gotta check out this issue. If not any of the other issues, check this one out. Good, sad story. And now the other thing is that's just something else too. Is, like I said, it is a sad and tragic story, but that's humanizing. It's a humanizing factor. It's got basically a bad guy, a villain. And that's something we got a lot of, and that's something a lot of people have a lot of problems with. Politics and all that stuff these days. But I get it too, because here you're taking a historically bad guy, bad guy, and making them sympathetic, and essentially making you feel bad for them being a bad guy. And that's all fine and dandy in some cases, but there are some things where, in this world that are just not the kinds of things that we need sympathize for, okay? And everybody deserves a shot at redemption. There are some things in this world that I would say if you did are pretty dang unforgivable, and I would say probably not. But that's a different story for a different time, for a different channel, and that's not what we cover here. But Amazing Spider-Man, I'm telling you, these issues were really good. Okay, now, and man, wake up at 2 or maybe 3. Last weekend, I forgot to announce. I'm gonna have to I will do a video tomorrow. I forgot to announce last week's winner for the comic book giveaway for the Incredible Hulk issue. I forgot to announce the winner, and I can't remember where I put the I've got it written down. Tossed it into a randomizer, and I got it so I can do that giveaway for that issue. But tonight's issue is going to be X-Force issue number 2 is going to be tonight's giveaway. This is the variant cover. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy. Probably cover it by the label there. It's the Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy variant cover. I kind of picked it up. But like I said, I'm doing a giveaway on this one. It's got, I believe it's still got the digital copy in here. I didn't redeem any of those, so it's still good to go, man. All you gotta do is leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what is your current favorite comic book series or your favorite superhero. Let me know down in the comments below to get entered into the giveaway for this comic book. X-Force issue number 2. Like I said, I was reading these issues. I wasn't really into it. It wasn't my cup of tea. It was moving a little bit slow for me, but I'm sure I have seen other videos out there, people who do like this series. So I'm not going to say that it's trash or anything like that, because I simply can't say that. Somebody else is doing it. Like I said, for me, it just wasn't grabbing my attention soon enough. So that's why I discontinued getting those particular issues. And another thing I picked up at the comic shop this week. They always do these Marvel and previews and everything, like this one right here. Like these are the solicits where they do these about like once a month, where you flip through these and it just has like you have a list of all the different comic books that are getting ready to be coming out for whatever month. Like this one was it's issue number 19, February for April. Okay, so this came out in February and it's for April. And they just list all the different issues that are coming out there. Well, sometimes they do these free previews as well. And this one has just like previews for like some of the wars around and things getting ready to go on here. But look at that cover it's got on there. Yee! I had to pick one of these up when I seen it there at the comic shop. I mean, they're free, they give them out, so why not, right? That's why you should head to your local comic shop. Don't buy all your stuff online digitally. Go to your local comic shop. They've got free stuff there too, you know what I mean? You don't have to buy everything, but you should buy something there. Buy a comic book. Buy cards. Play like little card games at my local comic shop. They do like the different, I honestly don't know what they are. They hold the little different tournaments, like Pokemon card games and everything like that. Cool stuff. I mean, one of these days, like I said, I'm not sure if you guys caught one of my other videos I was talking about it. Give me a second here. A couple of weeks ago when Detective Comics issue number 1000 came out, I was there at the midnight release, and I was talking to the owner of the comic shop at my local comic shop, and he was like, hey man, he's such a cool dude, man. He's such a cool guy. His name is Rob, and he's like, hey, he's like, what can I do to help out your channel, man? Like, what can I do to help you out? He's like, I know you do, like, I'm sure you're doing, like, working with Dan and, like, on the social media thing. I'm sure you guys are kind of doing that, but he's like, what can I do? I was like, I'm telling him, like, honestly, I've been doing this show, the Trailer Park Live here, and I was thinking I would like to do it there. I would like to bring my shows to you guys live from his comic shop, and he's down for that. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's do it. I was like, yeah. I was like, I just wanted to wait until I got my footing on everything. He's like, no, man. He's like, I don't want to wait till you're big. He's like, I want to help you out now. I'm like, and that's cool. I was actually really happy to hear that. I was delighted. And I was like, yeah. I was like, that's fine. I want to do that, but I've actually got to get a feel for what I'm going to do. Like that, because for me to do that, unless I'm going to do it from my phone, that means that I'm going to have to get my computer and everything and move it all there for the show on Friday night to do it. And they do have card tournaments they do there on Friday night, so going around through the place and get some video for you guys, let you all check that out. I think it'll be a really good time. I think it'll be really fun. Hopefully I could get like a co-host in with me to help do the show there on Fridays, maybe even have special guests occasionally. And if we are shooting live from the comic shop, obviously we will have people in the shop shopping. We can show you some of those things going on. We'll run around, the tournaments going on. It'll be a fun time. Like I said, don't expect that too soon. Like I said, I've got to get things worked out and see what I can do, what I can and can't do in that environment. Because if I'm there, like I know I can't shoot probably like in the room where we probably have the most room there where we're doing the card tournament, because it'd get really loud and you guys wouldn't be able to hear me while we're sitting here trying to talk and do the show. I'd probably have to get the microphone and be doing this whole thing until I can afford to do and not feel. So, but hopefully I can do that soon. That would be really cool to be doing the show live from a local comic shop. I just think that would be really cool. Just a little different, I guess, to do for the show and for you guys, and let you guys see what's at our local comic shop. Now, the other thing is, in case you guys didn't catch my video the other day, man, Avengers Endgame, man, they broke the internet. All the ticketing sites went down, and it was quite the chaos. It was quite the chaos at the box offices, I'm sure. I know I was awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, I was awake before 5 o'clock, and I was pretty much awake most of the time before 5 o'clock in the first place. I wake up a lot of times, try to wake up between 4 and 5, and then it's around 5 o'clock. And so my days are long. Like I was really tired earlier this afternoon as well. But so I woke up at 5 o'clock to get my Avengers Endgame tickets. I was there on my phone. I got several tickets before it started to crash. The website went down. I got all the tickets for me and my family to see it that weekend, and everything was all good. And I don't know. It was pretty cool. But speaking of my family, and theater tickets, like I said, we did just get out of seeing Shazam at the movie theater. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's something you guys should definitely go to the theater to see. I was kind of questioning it at first, and like I said, I went to see it a few weeks ago during that sneak preview, and I really thought it was great. And actually, I went home and got tickets for us all that night. That's how good of a movie it was. And here to tell you more about what they thought about it are my kids. My kids are here right now. They can tell you what they thought about the movie. Here, let me get out of the way, kids. Ooh. Okay. You gotta come in here. You gotta say your names. Okay, look at the camera and say, who are you? Who? Logan. Alright. Say hi, Logan. Say hi to everybody. Alright. And you are?
Shizuka.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And you are?
Clumsy Madison.
I don't know why she's saying clumsy Madison, because if there's one thing that she's not, it's clumsy. She's very sharp. So, okay, kids. What did you think of this? It was a little bit. He thinks it was just a little bit good. Some of the movies like this, they're a little too adult, and they get a little too adult, so he gets a little bit bored during some of them. The girls, they're a little more into it. Okay, what was your favorite thing about the movie? Ooh. I hate to say it, but he just gave away spoilers. If you haven't seen Shazam, he just gave away spoilers. His favorite part. Spoiler warning, I'm getting ready to ruin it for you. Well, right now, if you haven't seen it, tune away for about 10 seconds and come right back. Logan said that his favorite movie was when they all turned into Shazam. That's what he liked about it. That's his favorite part. Okay. Now, Shizuko, what was your favorite part? First of all, did you like the movie? And what was your favorite part of the movie? The whole thing. Okay, was there anything in particular that you It was a good movie, wasn't it? It was a good movie. It really was. If you haven't been to see, like I said, if you haven't been to see it, you've got to go see it. It's a really great movie. Really great family movie. It's got a lot of kids in it, and the environment that they're in, they're foster children and everything. It's really great movie. A lot of cool things going on in the movie. Okay, now, who was your favorite character in the movie? And I gotta tell you, one of my favorite characters in the movie was the little girl too. She was just so adorable. Okay, and on to Madison. The clumsy. Madison the clumsy. Okay. What did you think about the movie?
Well, I thought it was great.
Thought it was great?
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
I thought it was great.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part when they all turned into Shazam.
Spoilers again. You see that? She didn't even say spoilers. Man, apparently I've got to train these kids on the YouTube etiquette a little bit better. Spoiler alert. Yes, when they all turn into Shazam. We just ruined that for you. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I'm totally sorry. This is an unscripted show though, folks, and quite normally if I was expecting I would tell you all spoilers, but it's all good. I mean, it's my kids, right? It's the kids review. It's the kids review. Come on, we got kids.
Yeah, like my third video.
Yeah, they did a video making feedback.
My favorite character
What did you all think about the 7 cents?
Oh, those things? Oh, well, I thought it was actually pretty weird.
What did you think about it?
Wake up at 2 or maybe 3 times every day is the life for me. Could get a job 'cause I need the
They were
cash.
creepy though, huh?
I think I'd rather sell my life. I get off on
All right. Well, there you heard it, folks. I'm telling you. If the kids say it's good, it's probably good. You know, the kids ain't gonna lie about that kind of stuff. The movie, it was a really good movie. Sorry if that made a loud noise popping up. It is a really good movie. A lot of great family value kind of things in the movie. There's, like I said, they deal with like foster families and things like that in the movie, and just, you know, just so many great things about the movie. I mean, it really pulls at you, tugs at your heartstrings. It really will. It really will. They're being silly. But yeah, it was a very great movie. It is definitely one, if you're into these types of movies, you should definitely get out to see this movie at the theater. The movie was well cast across the board. I can't say that there's one person in the whole movie that they probably should have cast different at all. And like I said, Zachary Levi was excellent. Mark Strong as the main bad guy, he was really good. Even the guy who played his dad, I can't remember this guy's name. I promised I was going to look it up. But even the guy who played Mark Strong's dad, the one who played Thaddeus Savannah's dad, I can't remember his father's name, was really great. He was like the perfect casting for this movie. Even the stepkids, all the foster kids that were in their home, really well cast. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the show Fresh Off the Boat. The little guys, he's not the youngest kid in that TV show, is he the youngest one? He's not the youngest one. He's the middle one. From Fresh Off the Boat. He's in this movie Shazam. He does a really good job. And I'm telling you, the youngest girl in the movie, what is her name? Faith. I can't remember her name. But she's the little girl in the movie, and eventually Megan Good goes on to play her like alter ego. And I'm telling you, the little girl is so adorable. She's just want to give her a hug. She reminds me of the little boy, the little Chinese boy. The little guy who was playing all the video games, and who was the smart guy doing all this. Spoiler alert. I didn't really spoil anything necessarily. That's not really spoiling. I mean, kids play on video games. All right. You kids get back to whatever it is you're doing, and I'll be done here soon. Exactly. They'll see when they get there. You won't know. Anyway, yes, like I said, if you haven't got out to see Shazam yet, it just premiered tonight, and it would have opened at the theaters last night. You should get out to see it. Very good movie. And now back on to what I was talking about a minute ago, the Avengers Endgame tickets. Man, these things broke the internet. Apparently they outsold Star Wars The Last Jedi within like 6 hours. Not The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens within 6 hours, which apparently it broke all kinds of records and everything. Really crazy stuff. And you know, and I was talking a little bit about this on Wednesday. I kind of feel like a lot of this was almost on purpose. Like, I feel like when these ticketing sites went down, there's really no excuse for it. They knew for how long that this movie was going to be coming out and that these tickets were going to go on sale. It's not like they found out that day. So they weren't, it's like they weren't prepared for it. And it's like they wanted it to crash, you know what I mean? And I hate to be like conspiracy theories and all that stuff, but it just seems like, doesn't it seem a little odd? I mean, it's like Y2K. Remember Y2K? Maybe some of you people don't remember Y2K, but when I was growing up, let me tell you. Y2K, you know, like everybody was preparing for like a whole year for this thing because the computers were gonna go crazy and go offline because we went from 1999 to the year 2000 and the numbers they got rewrite all this code and all this crazy stuff. I don't know, man. It sounded. I remember even back in those days, it just sounded like a bunch of hokey mumbo jumbo. It was pretty funny. But yeah. But so all these ticket sites are down, they crash, and like I said, it just seems like it's on purpose. Like they should have known that that it was getting ready to happen. Heck, I knew that thing was gonna crash, and that's why I was on my phone at 5 a.m. in the morning. Like I said on my video on Wednesday, somebody was like, oh, why don't you just go to the box office and get them, so you don't have to deal with the website. Well, like, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but I live on the West Coast, man. There's no theater open at 5 o'clock in the morning for me to go to the box office and pick up tickets. So my only option was to get on my phone and start purchasing tickets so I could get my seats. And like I said, for a little while, you know, I got all the tickets that I needed for me and my family to go with the premieres. So that's all I was really worried about, was getting those seats. And I think for me and the whole family, we're going on Saturday. I'm going to see IMAX on Friday. Two of my friends on Thursday. Got a real problem. But anyway, that's kind of like the thing this has been. It's been such a huge thing, this Avengers Endgame. Now, and it should be. It's been the culmination of like, you know, it's going to be the 22nd film? 21 film. Essentially just this universe building. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, there's probably people out there that aren't into reading comic books or into these comic book movies and all this stuff, but I'm telling you, you should be. I did a video not too long ago telling you why you should watch movies based on comic books. And because, like, lately these studios are making really legit movies. I mean, I'm not talking just like oh, little, like crazy comic book stuff. Like, they're making good, hard-hitting, like, action movies, comedy movies, just mixing these different genres of movies together into these phenomenal films. Like it talked about, like, Ant-Man, you know, the movie Ant-Man, especially the first one. You know, it's got Michael Douglas in it, okay, and you can easily draw some parallels to Romancing the Stone. I'm not sure if you've ever seen Romancing the Stone, but there's some movies that are excellent. You know, Romancing the Stone, I think there was one that came out after that, Jewel Denial. Just some great movies. Michael Douglas was in these movies, and that's kind of what Ant-Man was. Just kind of an action adventure kind of movie. Really fun. You know, you watch like the Captain America, the Winter Soldier. You know, it's more like a like spy, like thriller, kind of espionage. You know, like a Bond film almost. And then you watch Guardians of the Galaxy. It's almost like a space adventure, like a Star Trek or a Star Wars. Similar to that. I mean, it's not like that, but, you know, it's like that, more of a sci-fi. And then we got, you know, like I said, our three main Avengers. You know, Iron Man is pretty much just like your regular average Joe, except for the fact that he's really smart, and he's an engineer, and can pretty much design whatever he wants, because he's smart, right? And then you got, like, Doctor Strange. You got all the mystical things going on, and it's just really crazy stuff. I mean, you got to check these movies out. And not only that, but they're really well written. They've got great drama in them. They've put together an amazing group of directors together to make these movies. And they started with Jon Favreau, one of the greats. You know, Jon Favreau has made tons of great movies. And, you know, he's getting ready to do the Lion King, live action Lion King. It's not really live action because it's pretty much going to be all CG, but they call it live action. It's getting ready to come out. Jon Favreau has done some really great things. Really great things. Well, yeah. So, like I said, I'm also going to do some videos where I'm going to talk about some of the other, some of the other films coming out. I need to do a ranking list video. I realize I've never done an MCU movie rank list. I'm going to do one and rank all the movies of my list, because everybody has their own list, and believe me, I guarantee you when you see my list, you know, depending on who you are, it's going to trigger some people, because there's some movies movies out there that I have higher than others probably would put them, and I've got some lower than some people definitely would have them for sure. And I will tell you right now, in case you don't want to tune in for that video, or you just want to be triggered right now, I can tell you one of those that's kind of lower on the list is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Just telling you right now. Just telling you. Just letting you know. So yeah, Shazam, man, it was really good. I gotta get back to see Captain Marvel again in the movie theaters too, because I was thinking about watching these movies in like not like in any particular order, but I gotta get back to the movies to watch Captain Marvel, so I gotta have to fit that in the middle of all my movie marathon going into Avengers Endgame. Now the thing is a couple of days ago, was it yesterday maybe? The Russo brothers text, you need to start watching one movie a day starting from today to be caught up to watch Avengers Endgame in the theater when it comes out on the 26th. And they said it start at the beginning with Captain America. Okay, now technically, I mean, chronologically the whole movie without flashbacks, I guess it is. Because, I mean, technically Thor went back even before Captain America, First Avenger did. And even more than that, I guess technically Guardians of the Galaxy did too, because they were talking about Celestials and all that kind of stuff too. And so, it's really hard to say, but I get what he's getting at. And he said start with Captain America, the First Avenger. And so, you know what? I took him up on that, and I went ahead and watched it last night, and it made me realize something, and I'm going to talk about this in the video that I'm going to produce for you, or I do say produce, because there's so much stuff that I've got, like, we've got all these trailers that have come out, these TV spots that have come out. A whole lot of the stuff don't really have to cover, some of it really do. Some of the stuff really has to be dove into, and there's a lot of things to discuss on it. But they said to start with Captain America, the First Avenger, and I was watching it, and I've watched this movie hundreds of times. I've dug through it, looking for all these little Easter eggs and things like that. Now there is some imagery in this movie that looks very, very familiar from some of these trailers that we've gotten in the Avengers Endgame trailers. Okay, and I'm not talking about just like Thor we've seen where Steve Rogers was back in 1942 getting ready to go enlist into the army. I'm not talking about that. There are some other images that look very, very familiar, and I'm not for sure that they are, but I guess I'm gonna take a deeper look at those and see what I think. I mean, they really do. I also found some other little things in the trailer that I haven't noticed people pointing out still in these videos. And like I said, that's why it takes me so long to come out with some of these videos. For one, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I run a small business. I've got 3 kids, as you've just seen. So I don't have all the time in the world to be producing all the video that I want to produce to show you all my theories based on these TV spots and trailers, because there's a lot of things, and like I said, I go through them with a real fine-tooth comb. And when I see something in these trailers and I think it's in something else, I go back and I will go through and watch parts, if not all of, a movie that I need to see. Like I said, I went back and I've watched Avengers, I don't know how many times lately. I've watched Infinity War, I don't know how many times since it came out. I go through and I get back into and I dissect these movies for the little things that we see in these trailers. Because there's a whole lot of mess that's in these trailers that is just too fishy. If you haven't seen, one of my first videos is probably like my 5th or 6th video I did here on the channel. I think it was like a 20-minute long video too. I went in and I was talking about it was the first time it was the first Avengers Endgame trailer when it first came out. I pointed out some things in that video that I still, and most of them, I still fully stand behind. And one of those is about this Avengers headquarters that we get in these trailers, okay? There's a lot of misleading things in here. Now, and I haven't heard anybody else talk about them, this Avengers compound. It's like, I'm the only one that notices this? I can't be the only one that's noticed this. The different layouts. There are different layouts for this compound. And I think nobody else is talking about it being fake or anything. A lot of people want to talk about fake things and fake trailers and all this stuff. And this isn't one of the things. This is one of the things. I'm telling you. Avengers Compound, the layout of it, we've seen it in several different layouts. And here in this Avengers Endgame, what they're showing us in the trailers is vastly different from what we've seen in any of them in the past. Not these Avengers Endgame trailers, but in any of the iterations of Avengers Headquarters in the past movies. And that would be starting pretty much after the Avengers Age of Ultron. I believe that was the first time we really got a good look at the facility he started to build in upstate New York, which is actually the Audi, I believe it's Audi facility out there in New York. So yeah, there's a lot of things in there, and I'm telling you, this Avengers compound is there's definitely a lot of stuff to be going on right here. Give me just a second. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things going on with this Avengers compound. Madison, I've got something I've got to do really quick. Can you do me a favor and
Lay around and watch TV, not doing much. It's a life for me. Could take a shower, I really think, but now I think I'd rather drink. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come. I take a look, give me a bottle of rum.
I'll be right back in about 10 seconds.
life for me. Could take a shower, 'cause I really think, but nah, I think I'd rather drink. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come, but until that, they give me a bottle of rum.
I haven't really got a chance to went through all of the chat questions here. So I do see we have it's all lit up here. We got Tracy. Tracy is here in the house. And thank you again
Wake up
for
at
being here,
2
Tracy.
or maybe
Anybody else
3
who's
dubs
tuned into
every
the show,
day is the life for me. Could get a job 'cause I need the cash, but nah, I think I'd rather sit on my ass. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come, but until that, they give me a bottle of rum.
And so, yeah, here we got Tracy. I haven't read comic books in years, and I can't remember which one it was. I do remember Mad Magazine. I remember Mad Magazine. I used to love Mad Magazine. Yeah, it was a funny show, or a funny book. And I remember God was doing
Lay around and watch TV, not doing much, just a life for me. Could take a shower 'cause I really think, but nah, I think I'd rather drink. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come, but until that, they give me a bottle of rum.
great. Those are great. Those are great heroes. Great superheroes. And I've never read any of the Wonder Woman comic books, but I can tell you the Captain America series.
Wake up at 2 or maybe 3 dubs every day is the life for me. Could get a job 'cause I need the cash, but nah, I think I'd rather sit on my ass. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come, but until that, they give me a bottle of rum.
I'm sewing with that one, okay? This is where I sew with that one, okay? She's gonna be the challenge. Okay? She's got a good head on her. She's very smart, very sharp. She's
Lay around and watch TV, not doing much, just a life for me. Could take a shower 'cause I really think, but nah, I think I'd rather drink. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come, but until that, they give me a bottle of rum. Wake up at 2 or maybe 3 dubs every day is the life for me. Could get a job 'cause I need the cash, but nah, I think I'd rather sit on my ass. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm much better off when I'm totally drunk. I know one of these days my time will come, but until that, they give me a bottle of rum.
I know I'm gonna be reaping what I sow. Very smart. Love it. I swear one of her first words. I swear it was.
Lay around and watch TV, not doing much, just a life for me. Could take a shower 'cause I really think, but nah, I think I'd rather drink. I get off on pushing my luck, and I'm